everybody. My name is Mari Vepsalainen. I'm the program coordinator for the Alzheimer Society of Kingston, Frontenac, Lennox and Addington. We are so excited for this collaboration between the Alzheimer Society and the Kingston Frontenac Public Library. In this video, I would like to talk about the Reminiscing Kits that are designed for those with Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia. The purpose of these kits is to stimulate the mind and encourage positive experiences and positive interactions with the caregiver and their loved one. The Reminiscing Kits are going to be available from each and every library, and also you will find out the information that you need to sign one out. Next, we're going to dive into the kits. I'm so excited to open this kit. This is Reminiscing Kit number 2, and it is the Great Outdoors. So in each box, there will be books, and there will be games, and there will be a puzzle. In this particular box, the first one that I pulled out is Snakes and Ladders. So this is a fabulous game that will offer the ability to stimulate the mind. And let me see if I can open this one up. It has very, very clear-cut instructions on how to use the game. And the play mat is very large, and it's made out of very thick cardboard, so it is very user-friendly. There are actually 2 games that are on this one game board, the game pieces and the dice. So it comes with all of the instructions so that you can enjoy a game with your loved one. And also it's wonderful if there are children, grandchildren. It's a lovely game that is enjoyed by every generation. Next, inside we have a beautiful Cobble Hill puzzle. 275 pieces is in this one. So the pieces are easy grip, and the pieces are quite large, and the size is actually on the front of the puzzle. This is another puzzle, Bathing Birds. So again, this goes with the Great Outdoors content and theme. It's wonderful to have a theme. That makes it easy to pick which one, because if you have an idea of what your loved one is interested in and some of the things that are their currency, then it's easy to pick the theme that you would like for them to enjoy. So again, this is a puzzle, and the pieces are a lovely size. So if somebody is in a progressed, like middle stage of dementia, it is fun and easy for them to put together. Another item, manipulatives. When we talk about manipulatives in rec therapy, we're talking about items that can be handled, and this is something that your loved one can do on their own. So this is a thread O ball, is what it's called, and it comes with these components that can be clipped together, and they can be assembled in any sort of creative way. Again, when the activities are being engaged in, there is no wrong way, no right way. It's really truly about the journey, not the end goal. There are also laminated cards that go with the thread wall that would show you some options of how to thread. Now, if somebody is in the middle stages, they may want to just have the ability to do whatever they would like with the components. But if the person is able to follow the instructions, these cue cards are here for that purpose, so that they can follow the pattern and pick the colors. So this is one of the manipulatives. So in this particular kit, there are, as you can see, 5 books, and I'm going to go through each of them for you. And the books all go with the theme of the Great Outdoors. First, we'll take a look at the seasons. A comprehensive, interactive book designed to facilitate quality engagement with a memory-impaired adult. So, this book has some wonderful reminiscing type of photos, and the print is rather large. So the photos will totally trigger some memories, and This particular page is so cute, fishing. So anyone who would have had an enjoyment of the great outdoors, this book is a great reminiscing and conversation starter. And with the print being rather large, it's easy to see, and hopefully the person that is looking at the book will be encouraged to read as well. And if they're in a stage where they're unable to read, it would be a wonderful opportunity for a grandchild to do the reading or their care partner. Next we have A Dusting of Snow. This follows the story of a woman who reluctantly rises to face a wintry day, but she finds that things are a bit more interesting than she had planned. So it's a wonderful book, again with very short chapters, and that is a point of importance because you don't want to overwhelm. So as you can see on the page, there's a fair bit of white space, which is not overwhelming. So when you are engaging with someone who is on a dementia journey, that is something that is rather important. Similarly to this book, we have The Sandy Shoreline by Emma Rose Sparrow. And this particular one is The Sandy Shoreline brings us the story of a woman who longs to see the beach. And the beach is something that people who would have enjoyed the outdoors would probably have some memories about in their childhood. This next book is Memories of Summer. And again, it is a large print book with cues to go to the next reader, to go to the next page. So this is a wonderful story that will again be able to stir up some memories and some reminiscing. Now, Canadians who have enjoyed the great outdoors probably would have experienced maple syrup. Maple syrup is a sweet Canadian treat. So this is another easy to read book. Again, lots of white space and large print that will aid in the person being able to read it. The other thing that we feel very strongly about, and every single kid has one of these, I mentioned before the caregiver. We want the caregivers to feel supported as well. And oftentimes when they are in the storm of caregiving, it can feel very overwhelming, and we have been in a pandemic. And so I would say that many caregivers are possibly challenged with coming up with some new ideas. So this lovely book, A Caregiver's Guide to Dementia, has some tips and tricks and also some ideas for engaging their loved one in some programming, but also it's a great resource. There's strategies for specific behaviors. So let's say that a caregiver is struggling with agitation. There's a whole section on agitation and how to walk a person through it. So this is a wonderful, wonderful resource, and we include it in the kit. Inside, there's a laminated piece of paper that lets you know all of the items that are in the box, so that when you're putting the components together to return to the library, then you will have a list that you can ensure that you have all the items back into the box. So these are the contents of the Great Outdoors, and we have several different types of these reminiscing kits. So I'm just going to list them for you now. We have 6 in total. So the Great Outdoors, already mentioned, and we've been able to go through this one. We have A Little Bit of Everything, the Sports and Entertainment, Animals, Transportation, and Interesting People. For a full description of the contents of each of the kits, please check out the description box below. Thank you so much for taking this reminiscing journey with me. And we hope that you found this information helpful. And we definitely hope that we will see you at the library picking up your wonderful kits. Thank you so much for joining, and stay safe and have fun reminiscing.